Hello, my name is Dr. George Mochocki. Welcome to Management 280. Either you're taking me as adult fast track program or you're taking me face to face. Both of them have a online component utilizing Blackboard Course Management System, utilizing McGraw-Hill Connect software, utilizing the tests, utilizing forums, utilizing debates, everything else within the online and face to face course. So this is a quick introduction to get you up and running before I meet you in the class next week. So you're going to go into Blackboard. You're going to find the course. Remember, I assume you already know how to go into Blackboard by this time. You already had Intro to Business other classes, so Blackboard should be second nature to you. You click on the course, and I'm just going to be using this class here because it's one that I have open. And if I look at this course here, it could be at 8 weeks, 6 weeks, 16 weeks. You all basically have the same thing. You always have my smiley face, the class, the room number, everything else that's required for the class. What I want you to do is you have your Connect homework. That's the software required that comes bundled with the book. It's required for this course. You can't pass this course without having the software. You can buy it with the book bundled at Harper College. You can buy it separately, or you can buy it online when you do your first homework assignment. I think it's like $50. It's better off buying it bundled at Harper's bookstore, so you get a better deal on that. You have your announcement. You have the syllabus printed out. There's like 13 pages. Don't get upset with it. I give you all the information because what happens is sometimes down the road, and if you're going to a college that Harper may not have a relationship with, so they may not know about this course that you're taking, or maybe equivalent to a course they have, so they may want you to prove some documentation. What did you learn in the course? You only had 2 pages in the syllabus. You'll be taking a class over. Here you have all the information, what you've learned, the papers, everything else. So that's why it's 13 pages. What you'd have to do concerns, look at the last 3 pages. It tells you the courses, the grades, and when the homework is assignments are due. Okay, you'll have required books. It tells you the book that's required, the 5th edition. You have online orientation. Sometimes I'll teach a full online class. So I'm giving you parts of what I would do in an online with the form and everything else, but I still left those there for you. For some people want more in depth in case they want to take an online class and see what really doesn't encompass to take a fully online class versus one that's kind of has a good portion of online or Blackboard component embedded within the face-to-face class. Okay, most of your homework you're going to find, and any class you take is weekly assignments. So you go under all the links. You go to the homework, the different requirements, the courses, the debates through here, or you could go through this link here and through this folder. And I've created all the links, so it makes it easier. One-stop shopping. That's how I believe. You go in there, and especially for someone that's new on Blackboard, or someone that's new to any of the, especially for Blackboard, how to move around. I understand all this homework. I have everything in one folder. Now, one thing about the weekly assignments, when we go into it, once the week is over, it's gone. So you next week, just say like at work. It's not like you're gonna. I'm gonna save this all at the end. That's not how you would work for me. If you're in the business organization, you have a task, you have things that you have to respond to the customer in a timely fashion, to your boss or other stakeholders, and this is what you're going to learn in here is your time management skills. So if you didn't do it, you lost the points. Go on forward. Don't cry. Just keep on moving. All right. So if you stop and what I'm going to do, you're going to lose more points. Just keep on moving. The class is set up. You'll do well. Remember, we will help you, not only I, but the rest of your classmates will help you to succeed. Okay, you always have the students' PowerPoint. These are publishers' PowerPoints in there. Any kind of links from the publisher or links that other students that I had with previous classes that I would inject in here that makes it easier for you. Your grades, always check your grades. Your grades will be always up to, by the weekend you will exactly know how you know where your grades are at. You always, the first grade you always see will be an overall grade. It'll be as an A. Then you'll see the different assignments will be broken down by points and how many points out of that. And at the end of all the different grades you'll have at the end of the grade book, you'll see your total points, and you also see your what do you call it, total points, and you'll see your percentages on there. Okay, so you always know where you're at. So if your grade drops, oh geez, what happened? I want you to be proactive. If you turn in any homework papers or anything else, if it's not turned in electronically or something that is turned into in my face-to-face, If I grade it, all you're going to see is my initial. You can say what points did I get. You have to go into the Blackboard. That's where everything is on. This is where all your information is. This is your executive information system, as you would be calling it in organizations. Everything you need is right here in here. Okay, so you got course related. The library, I already have a link. You're going to be doing a research paper. So I've already created a like with the library. The key contact person that is from Harper's Library helped me create a link specifically for the management and business division, so you could go in there and you'll find the good databases for management and business. Not saying that you can't find other databases; they're all available. But he kind of like started it out here with this databases, then before you go to the other one. And that kind of makes it easier for you. Your final exam is either going to be on in the classroom or in Blackboard. If you're taking me as an adult fast track, that means it's only 6 weeks. We're covering 16 weeks. I don't like to waste any time of homework and everything, exams in the classroom. All that's discussion and learning. Your final exam will be what do you call it, online in that case. It's my call, okay? YouTube, various YouTubes, getting ready. You always have my concept maps. Concept maps is another way of seeing the whole subject matter. I have it to a level 2. And what you're basically going to do is you could add on to it. So you read the chapters, do the concept maps, look at the PowerPoints, put your notes in, do the connect homework, and then do the quizzes. And then now you know everything. When you come in the classroom, you have all this information. And then when we're doing the discussion, we're talking about it, not regurgitating what you read. I'm going to take certain topics and do the concept maps and expand them. And how would you implement them in a business, or why is this important? We're going to have discussion, one-on-one discussion, like you'll be having discussions within a department meeting, within an organizational professional discussions, so you come across your communication skill. You will come across professionally, not only on in a virtual platform that some of this will be you'll be completing, but also in a face-to-face platform. Remember, in business you need both, so you got to communicate both. That's how you're going to start moving up the corporate ladder or open up your business. How you're going to connect with your clientele. Okay. So we have that, so I'm finishing that. So let's go into our weekly assignment, see what we have in here. So I got 7 minutes, I got a few more minutes. This is week 1, that's the only week it's going to be open. The other ones are closed. And then when this one closes by Friday, this one will by Saturday it's close. So it gives you time to start working for your homework going forward next week. Click on here. This is basically, a lot of students will click on here, and what they do will print this out and they'll just check off everything they've done. So this way it's another way of time management, or they'll put it in their smartphone, or they'll put it in their calendar. There's a new version of Blackboard coming in that basically has the calendar embedded. So every time I have assignments, you'll go up here and they'll tell you everything that's due, and you'll be able to import that calendar into iCloud or Cloud or SkyCloud if you're using a desktop kind of a Microsoft version. So you could have it all in there, and you could make sure you don't miss anything, because that's part of business, is make sure you're timely and you miss all you make your appointments and you schedule your work around, so you still have a balance, remember, between family and work and school. Okay, so we finish on that. We go back in here, you'll have quizzes. You'll either have a Blackboard quiz or Connect assignments. I try not to over quiz you, but that's the only way I know that you've actually read the material and that you've comprehended what you read. Now the quizzes, if you click on the quizzes, they're due by Friday, and they don't start till after we have our lecture. So if you meet with me on Tuesday, Wednesday, or whatever, once that lecture is over, then the quizzes are open till the end of that week to that Friday. I usually give you 2 or 3 days to get going, so you can move on. It's still fresh in your mind. The first quiz is 10 points. All my quizzes about 10 points, and if you notice, you only have chapter 1 and chapter 10. Sometimes I'll combine the quizzes together. You have just one quiz that'll have chapter 1 and chapter 10 together. We're 20 points, but you you can sit with your partner if you want. It's not going to help you. The way it's set up, I'm taking there's 100 questions for each chapter. I take 10 multiple choice at a medium level, pulling out, so everyone that sits down has different questions. So if you have a question with the quiz and you say, I don't believe the question 1 is correct, remember, you're always going to get the feedback, whether that question, how you marked it, what the correct answer was. And so if you say, I still don't think it's right, go into the book. When you find out, hey, it's exactly what the book says, but they marked me wrong, that's when you submit it to me. After you read the book, looked at the question, looked at the feedback, and then you submit it, and then I'll make the adjustments, either pull it out and give everyone the point, or just you. Remember, because each quiz is different, so it depends on the individual which questions you get. Okay? So you have those two due by Friday. Always click back on here. You have one Connect assignment. Well, you really have two. One's a tutorial, 5 points. The first time, remember, when you bought the bundle book at Harper, it came to Connect, came together with the book as a one package. It's like $140 for the book, or $120 altogether. If you want to buy the Connect by itself, because you've got a used book or somebody else's, you bought it online, and it didn't come with the passcode, you could buy it. I don't know if Harper's selling it, but you could buy it definitely online when you do the first homework assignment, and that's about like $40 or $50. Or if you don't have the money right now and you need another week, you could do it as a trial basis. Is the way it's set up, because we understand people have financial aid or different ways of getting additional cash. Remember, if you're paying for the software, you will use the software. Mine is not to get you something you never use. This is part of the integrated technology tied in with Blackboard, course management, everything else. So you learn this material. It gives you a good solid foundation. Okay, so you get that, and afterwards you go in there. You just log in all the time for the homework. You won't ask you for the pass. You could also go to the pass into the Connect software. Other than the homework I provide you, Connect has a whole thing for quizzes, flashcards. I think it even converts it into several different languages: Spanish, Chinese, Mandarin. I'm not sure. I mean, there's several languages it does, but I won't require it. So when you do your Connect homework, go to the home page, and then you'll see your reports. There's a lot of information there. They got certain other YouTube. They have other clips. They have other practice quizzes. So remember, this software has a lot of potential. It has a lot to help you. Not to do, I got to do more homework. It's to help you learn the material. Because when you leave here and they're going to say, what college you went to? I said, I went to Harper. And most people say, hey, they're good team players. They know how to do the research. They know how to write. They know how to do both verbal and written communication. And they understand the basic knowledge of what the discipline is in. So that's a plus for me. Okay? So you finish that. We go back to week 1. This week you have the form, and this form, my forms are graded. What is a forum? Is I'm talking to one people. You don't do a download, just talk to 20 people, never reply. You will log in a couple of times within a week, to see what's going on. I'm not real heavy on the forums, but your research paper, you help each other. You have to start working as a network, as a team. Most of you are already working. If you're in an adult fast track, you're working in cohorts. It means your same team's working together. A lot of times you have a different cohort working together, and look at that as a cross-functional teams where we bring different disciplines together, or different cohorts, different teams from different areas of the organization. But you still have to make that connection. So the forums are a way of you helping other people. I will look in the forums. I'll put in my comments every now and then, make a learning moment. But most of it, I want you to, I'll post a question. I want you to communicate back and forth. And it's worth 10 points. There's a rubric always attached to that. So you should do all right. This first one's just a little intro. And some of you already know something, but any kind of team you go on, you're going to have to tell them a little bit. Tell them something good. Always tell them something that you want them to know. Hey, I'm a marketing manager. Always positive, because you don't know who the other people are. It could be another opening. It could be another connection that you may make. You'll have 2 assessments. A lot of times I give you mini assessments, so we'll have discussions within the class. These 2 assessments you'll have. One is going to be just in a PDF file. You print it out, answer it, and bring it in. And the other one is on it's a computer. I already have a link all created for you in here. And when you go into this one here, you begin it, and it's like 12 questions, answer it, and print it out. Print out the printout. Just don't tell me I did this. I'm not here to kill papers or anything else, or destroy trees, for lack of a better word. But I want to make sure that you're in the software, you learn the assessments, and you're actually doing the assessments, not just trying to get by. Because in business, trust me, especially in organizational, HR, management, there's more and more assessments you're doing. You want the next job, you got to do assessment. I know most of us may not be very comfortable with taking some of these assessments, we may not be very comfortable taking a test, but you have to get over that fear. That's part of going to school and learning and experience. You may not be the best assessment taker, you may not be the best test taker, but you're better than what you were before, because you've learned how to overcome that anxiety, and you begin to focus in. Remember, okay? Part of the whole thing going to school and everything else is what you're learning is not only that you're learning textbook knowledge, but how do I take that textbook knowledge and actually be able to implement it and show what I've learned. Okay, so we're doing pretty good. Remember, in the forms, you have to start using the business terms and concepts. And the business person's first name, correct spellings, professional, just in case I forgot to mention that. because usually you'll get points taken off of that. Okay? Forms. I have two videos. A lot of times I show videos. If you look at the videos, these are videos on people going overseas. If you look at Harper has an international business program, so. But if you're looking forward, what's lacking a lot of community college, my dissertation was basically on international business and community college, already preparing new entrepreneurs, new business owners, new leaders, everything else to start thinking not only locally but globally, because we're in a global environment. Like it or not, we're affected by the global. Small businesses are lacking. They want to start getting into the international market. They don't have the skill set. Do some international work. This will give you that added value. If I'm looking at 12 other people hiring, you've got some international, that could be a plus. But just to have an international degree and don't know how to implement it, when do I export, when do I import, it does you very little. But at least it gives you some idea. Hey, this is another way to market my product. This is another way to sell my product. This is another way to buy my product. This is another way to deal with customers either online and again, opening up myself, giving more exposure, giving my organization, especially or me, a brand name. Remember, the class is organizational culture, organizational behavior. How do organizations behave? And there's, some behave better, some are ethical, some not. Some are more technology, some are still in the ice age, for lack of better words, cavemen, still not using any technology at all. Those are on the way out. You need the technology. Your customers are all with smartphones, social media, everything else. This is what you are learning by taking this class, and that's why if you look at Harper with Blackboard and the software, and then majority instructors that are actually pushing technology, because we come from the corporate world, some of us do, and you need it. You're not going to make it. You have to know if you're going for the next job. You're going to see: do you have a Facebook account? Do you have a LinkedIn account? Do you have other accounts? Are you interactive? Do you know more than just going online and tweeting? So they're looking at a lot of other things. That's what keeps you current and keeps you going forward. All right. So that's a quick overview. You're going to enjoy the class. There's a lot of work. Remember, the easy reading book. If you looked up on me and see how I'm as an instructor, you'll find out that you'll get your B's, you'll get your A's, you'll get your C's, you'll get your D, you'll even get your F's if that's what you want. But there's a lot of work, but it's manageable, and I'll work with you, and I'll build you up, and you'll do fine. So I'll see you in the classroom. Again, my name is Dr. George Mochocki. This is a Management 280, organizational behavior offered in a face-to-face and an online component to bring technology into the classroom.